Hello, and welcome to A Crow in Her Garden. I am amazed at how quickly my starts have just grown, especially once I got them out of the seed starting trays. This is what I started my seeds in, and I wasn't able to pot all of them up just because I didn't have enough pots or enough space in my garden. But as you can see, these seedlings, though they're still alive, but because they've been confined to these cells, they have not really grown hardly at all compared to these that are just bursting at the seams, ready to go out in the garden. I will be planting these out. My hope is to get this done in the next week. They are all hardened off. And basically, when you want to harden off your plants, anything that you start inside, you want to harden them off. And that just means that once the temperatures, especially for peppers, the nights are above 50, in the 50s, 55 plus, especially would be ideal. You just start bringing your plants out in the morning for maybe an hour or two, and take them back inside, and then every day you take them in and out, increasing the amount of time that they are out throughout the day. If you have a overcast day, that is ideal, where you could set your plants out and just leave them out for a longer period of time. But your plants have been inside a climate-controlled area where they have not yet experienced the powerful rays of the sun. So it's very important to harden off your plants, because if you were just to take your plant that has been inside and just immediately plant it out, it would die due to shock. The sun would just dry up the leaves and they would die. So, but because I've hardened them off, the new growth has been able to experience the sun's power, and now they've just exploded and growth. So I'm just going to go over everything that I have here really quick, kind of like a little mini tour. This is cinnamon basil. I'm growing this for the first time this year. I'm amazed at, oh my goodness, the scent. It smells amazing. Like basil and cinnamon all rolled into one. I'm looking forward to making tea out of these, and just, they smell amazing. So these right here are all cinnamon basil. These here in the back are lemon basil, right here. An old favorite I've grown for the last 3 years. This smells so amazing. Also like lemon. It makes amazing lemonade. I've made lemonade, I've made tea with this. I've put it in iced tea. It's very good, or it's really good with chicken. Also, if you like a lemony, like Italian type of chicken. And then here is my Mammolo basil, which is basically your Italian, full flavored Italian basil. It's great. It's extremely prolific. It will grow and bush out and get really tall. And I harvest so much and make pesto, and I dry a lot of it. It's fantastic. Once you grow your own basil and you dry it yourself, you will never buy basil at the store again. Like, I have not bought basil at the store, and the flavor is amazing. When you grow at home, it's so fresh. So right here we got some tomatoes. This tomato here is a Dad's Sunset tomato, which is a yellow tomato. I'm real excited. This is my favorite slicing tomato for tomato sandwiches. This is a Roma, which is a determinate tomato. This is my canning workhorse right here. They're very good. Right here, this is one I'm growing for the first time, and this one also. This is a carbon tomato. It's a red, but a deep red, almost kind of purpley tones to it from the picture. We'll see how that grows. Oh, yes. Okay, so back here, right here, this is my Berries Crazy Cherry. I grew these last year. This is also a Berries Crazy Cherry right here. They are, you get so much fruit, and it's so amazing. Best cherry tomato I've ever had right there. Moving on, to these plants right here. They've gotten so tall. I can't believe how tall they've gotten. So what kind is this right here? Let's take a look. Rosella Cherry. Ashe, I should have known. I grew these last year. They were excellent. I got lots of tomatoes. They are a smoky red cherry tomato. Very good. So I've got this backwards because I can't see what they are. Oh, okay, we got some more Romas. These right here, all 6 of these right here are my Roma tomatoes. Is that a Roma? It sure is. So look at the difference. This Roma has kind of gotten shaded out, I think, by some of the other plants. So look at how much smaller it is compared to some of these other ones here. But I'm not worried about it. Once I plant him out in his own little space, he will thrive, take off, and thrive. So all these. Yay! More Berries Crazy Cherry back here. I think I've got 4 of them all together. I may end up giving some of them away just because I don't know if I'm going to have room to plant all of them. So yes, we shall see. What's this one here? Oh, okay, this is a new one I'm growing. This one here and this one right here are Thornburn's Terra-Cotta. Not ever grown these, but the seed was free, so I figured I'd give them a shot. And then back here is another Dad's Sunset. Sorry about the camera, you guys. This is another Dad's Sunset right here. Wow, I got 4 Dad's Sunsets this year. Oh, that makes me happy because they are so good. And then this one back here is another carbon and another carbon. So it looks like I got 4 carbon tomatoes all together. Now, these tomatoes right here, and I've only got 2 of them, I think. These are spoon tomatoes. It is a currant tomato variety. They are very tiny, like a little bit bigger than a pea, like the size of a pea. I haven't ever grown these before, but I'm excited to try them. We shall see how much yield I get. I'm excited about tasting them because, yeah, like it'll be a pop of tomato flavor. Now, the rest of this bed right here is all of my peppers. So, I have California Wonder, bell peppers all right here. All 6 of these are California Wonder, and that's a bell pepper. Very good. I grew them last year. They produced very sweet. Some of them were red and some of them were yellow. So it'll be a surprise on what colors they will be. These 4 plants right here are my Poblano peppers. Last year I grew 2 Poblano pepper plants. One of them didn't do that well, so I only really had one that produced quite a bit of peppers just for one plant. But I'm glad that I've got 4, and I'm hoping that all 4 of them do well this year because I definitely want to have more of them than I did last year. And then back here I'm growing a new pepper. This is banana peppers. They're sweet. They shouldn't be spicy from what the seed package says. I really love the pickled banana peppers that you buy in the jars at the store. So I'm hoping that I can make my own pickled banana peppers, like put on sandwiches or in salad or whatever. Back here I've got pimento peppers right there. And then right here is my jalapeno by Craig's Grande jalapeno peppers right here. I know I have another tray of peppers somewhere. So, but that is it for now. I'm going to do a quick scan over my green stock here. So a few weeks back, when I transplanted these plants out into the big pots, when I had run out of pots, but I had plants left, I decided, well, I'm going to try to just put some of these little plugs straight into my green stock. And so these are both banana peppers right here. And that one especially has been doing really great. It even survived a really cold snap. So I'm kind of surprised. These two might look a little stunted down here on the bottom from the cold. But you know what? As an experiment, I might still get something. I put another little plug right here. And then believe it or not, that is a volunteer basil from seed that fell in this little garden bed last year. So I'm just kind of leaving it there. It looks like it's a lettuce leaf basil. Guess we'll see. And then up here, I just plugged a little bit of lemon basil. This one has done fantastic. I think it gets a lot more sun. This one over here is kind of struggling a little bit, but you know, it's gotten a little bit bigger, so I'm thinking even though it's growing slower than the other one, it'll still give me something. So now my plan for the rest of this is to put more basil. I'll move some of that cinnamon basil up, and then I'm also planning to start some herbs. I have marjoram and oregano that I may just sow the seeds directly in this garden bed. And yep, so just gonna do a quick span over my garden. I've done a lot of weeding the last couple days. These are my garden beds that my tomatoes are gonna go in. A few days ago they were full of weeds. And they're back there. As you can see, I still have one barrel left to get all the weeds out of. They were just full of grass, but the last few days I've been getting everything ready. I've got some of my beans that have sprouted here, and a few have sprouted over on the other side of that trellis. Yesterday, yes, I believe it was yesterday, I planted out my orange jing okra in that bed right behind that trellis. Right there. Yep. My potatoes are jamming. I'm hoping to get some good-sized potatoes from them this year. We shall see. My sage is doing really great. My thyme has really gone to flower, and I'm just kind of letting it go. I have so much time still. I'll probably cut it back here in a little bit and start harvesting leaves so I can start drying some more thyme. I planted my cucumber seeds. I had to re-sow them because this garden bed, I planted seeds maybe about a few weeks ago, and only one of them sprouted. So I kind of added some amendments to this bed. I added some compost and kind of tilled up the soil a little bit because it was pretty compact from being left over the winter. And I sowed some more Boston pickling cucumber seeds in that bed. And then that bed right there, got it all weeded and ready. I'll be planting some more cucumbers on the other side of the trellis, and then I'll be putting my, I think I'm going to be putting my hot peppers in that bed again like I did last year. Anybody need mint? I have just given up trying to rid the mint out of this bed. This is the original garden bed that started my whole garden escapades. Yep, and I've just given it over to the mint. Chocolate mint, it's just loaded with it. So it smells really good when I walk past it. Still got some more weeding to do, but I am definitely getting there. Especially that bed. Got to get all that out of that bed, because this is where I grow my tomatoes, and I string trellis them off of these rods here. Thank you so much, my friends, for following along with me on my garden journey. Everyone should grow a garden, even if it's just a few things. It's so rewarding. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.